Topic is implementation of foreign policy through different methods and internal demand. First of all, we will discuss implementation of foreign policy, that what are the methods that are used for the implementation of foreign policy. They include political methods, psychological methods, economical methods and military methods. So these are the four methods that are used for the implementation of foreign policy, that are internationally approved methods that can be used for the implementation of foreign policy. Political methods, we all know that politics means to run the affairs of the state in a positive way, in an effective way. Political methods, for example, in which the political parties, the government includes and they help to implement the foreign policy. Psychological methods, it basically relates to the minds of the people of the country, that basically reflects the thoughts of the people regarding the implementation of foreign policy. Then comes economical methods, the financial methods, the military methods. We all know that the army that can be used for the implementation of foreign policy. These are the methods basically that are used for the sake of implementation of foreign policy. Then comes internal determinants. There are some points that are considered as internal determinants. So these points include historical influence. We all know that the internal determinants basically has their own reflection regarding historical influence. Then comes size and geography. Size and geography means, for example, a state, what is the territorial limits are the borders of the concerned respective state, the natural resources that are present in the concerned state. Then comes economic development, that what are the developmental projects are there in a country or state. Industrial development, military power, what is the military strength of that concerned country. These are basically the internal determinants that can be used to fulfill the foreign policy. There are also external determinants, but these are the internal determinants like domestic policies that are helpful to achieve the international interests, the political interests of the country. We can also say that the internal determinants through external determinants of foreign policy, the internal or domestic needs can be fulfilled. Then comes population, good governance and leadership. The quality of diplomacy, like diplomacy means what type of relation a country has with its friends that are the enemy, and with the other to whom with its friends has not good relations. So then comes the political organizations, the political parties that are also included in the internal determinants, role of media and think tanks. Whatever the resources are, we can say the determinants that are present in a country and that affects in a good or a bad way the foreign policy, are called internal determinants. They have their own influence over the foreign policy. If they are used in an effective way, they have good effect, and if they are not used or governed in a proper way, so they have bad effect. So these are the internal determinants and implementation of foreign policy.